the euro, and you can look also at the euro Swiss. So let's take the euro Aussie now, because it's the Aussie is the second strongest pair. So if we look at the euro Aussie chart, you can see the weakness, the decline that we had in the euro Aussie over the last few days. Look at this. Look how this is a magnificent chart. Why is it a magnificent chart? Because we had a structure point, which is the 136.58, which was a structure point, guys. Look at this, Rafa and Femi and all of you guys. You'd have taken the short from 136 or 58. Right now you had a magnificent trend. This thing has worked itself out beautifully, and what it came, it took the structure, traded below the structure point of 136.58, and it went back to the next structure, which is the 133. So you had 400 pip move on that trade, and it paused on Friday, and it closed the day at 133.42. So we are about 30 pips above this second structure, because now I have a signal for a trend change within that pattern. I mean, if you look at the trend for the euro Aussie, this thing is in a major bear market. We had a break to the upside, which we assumed that it could be like what we call a turtle soup, if you will, and it traded through one structure point, the second structure point, the third structure point, and it went through that with big momentum, which of course, as you can see, we had a very nice sell signal over here, but this is your trend change. And it paid for us, and therefore it becomes bona fide. This point is now a bona fide selling point, or a bona fide structure point, and we should be looking for the trend to continue to the downside. So it's easy for us now to say, okay, we have a clear sell signal, it's a no-brainer. Below the 133.09, we are going to be selling the euro Aussie, and we don't have a buy signal yet, but the 133.09 is going to be our short point, and it is going to be our structural short, and we're going to try to identify now a buying point. So let me first put this in the radar here. So my short point is the 133.09, and my structural short is the 133.93. And of course, if I'm going to go short below a structural point and it's the same entry, my stop is going to be the same. Alright? Now, on the long side, this is for my shorts. On the long, I need to take a look at the intraday chart so I can find an entry point. Unfortunately, it is as noisy as ever. I'll try to change the scale for the chart so I can see. Trying to see if anything that can give me a buy signal. Nothing in there. I really don't, I mean, there isn't much that I can see on the intraday. So what we can do is, if this thing continues, it might be a little bit of a short covering coming in, so we will take it a buy above the high of the day. So if the high of the day is 133.57, that will be our buy signal. So our buy signal is going to be 133.57. Okay. And in this case, our structure point is now that will give us a trend change is still the 136.58. And if I buy it at 133.57, my stop is going to be right below that structure point, which is again is going to be the same stop. I'm going to have the same stop for the long and the short. So I'm going to buy it above 133.57, and I'm going to give it 50 pips or 40 pips again as a stop. If you really want to, yeah, I mean that's what you can do. I mean because the Eurocad is kind of heavy. So you have to give it the 50 pips in order to have the stop. So to sum up the Eurocad, we're going to go long the euro. If it trades above 133.57, my structured long is 136.58, and if I buy it at 133.57, my stop is going to be the 133.09. So I'm giving it about 40 pips. On the short side, I'm going to go short below 133.09. My short point is my structural short, and in this case it is going to be my stop. And if it breaks below the 133.09, we should expect further capitulation to the downside. Okay, that is the Euro Aussie.